Right, we're underway for part 2 then, and a very special return challenge grudge match is on the way. Let's meet the wrestlers.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Aaron Nix. Thank you very much, Lee Bamber. Welcome back to ASW South Ascension. The biggest and the baddest are on their way here at ASW South. We certainly tend to breed quite the protein factories around here. Lewis Basham, the cyborg of professional wrestling, what I liken to a T600, a Terminator of professional wrestling, has arrived.
A special return grudge match. Introducing to you first in All-Star Wrestling South's very own Terminator, the cyborg, Lewis Basham. And the reason why it is a return grudge match, quite simply, a low blow cost him a title chance last time. He's back to make amends. Here comes the other side.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, ASW South Volume 5. Of course, Eddie Ryan suffered a low blow, as you saw, at the hands of Lewis Basham in an interesting and frankly gobsmacking fatal 4-way elimination matchup. #1 contenders. Now, Eddie Ryan is back to right the wrongs of Volume 5 here at Ascension 2 shows later. Can he overcome the absolutely merciless, destructive path of Professional Wrestling Cyborg? Ever since Lewis Basham turned the corner, it has been an unstoppable wave of destruction. But the English Lion is very well equipped to dismantle any level of destruction. Such is the King of the Jungle's nature. One of the most likeable men in the history of our great sport. The heart of a lion, the desire, the need, the feed of the pack that is Eddie Ryan, the English Lion. And this is going to be an extremely physical and extremely aggressive affair. Lewis Basham, the cyborg of professional wrestling, the Terminator, the T600 versus the English Lion. Talk about an all-time classic incoming. Lewis Basham, of course. Last time out, Winter Wonderslam, made an example of smashing Mike with that torture rack finish. That is something that Eddie Ryan no doubt would have been studying the tapes to try and avoid. Bad blood is starting to brew between Lewis Basham and Eddie Ryan.
And back to put the wrongs right this evening here in Salisbury, with 17 years experience in the ring, the English Lion, Eddie Ryan.
The fire, the energy is palpable. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Ryan versus Lewis Basham. One fall to a finish with Roger Sears, your head official, in charge. Men's wrestling indeed. Thank you very much to Lee Bamber. And my God, this is going to be a physical affair. Talk about specimens, ladies and gentlemen. How do you like your meaty men slapping me here at ASW South? Lewis Basham versus Eddie Ryan. Talk about the battle of physiques. The power on display here. And Eddie Ryan attempting a shoulder tackle. Lewis Basham says, nothing doing. So again, tell you what, you strip away that skin, I'm pretty sure there's cybernetics under there. There is absolutely no way a human being can possibly be built with this level of power. And my God, I'll tell you what, Eddie Ryan standing up to the shoulder tackle attempt from Lewis Basham. And very impressive power game displayed by both men early on in this grudge matchup. Eddie Ryan wants a measure of revenge for that low blow, and Lewis Basham just tears through him with that shoulder tackle. Basham builds up a head of steam like no other as he comes off the ropes like a leapfrog, and a beautiful standing drop kick by Eddie Ryan takes down Lewis Basham. Arm drag takeover, and now wrist lock, knuckles applied, and patented Eddie Ryan offense now. Looking to make an example. Little high five action before he starts twisting at the fingers, and I think he's looking to snap the knuckles. And oh man, I don't think Lewis Basham appreciated that one bit. That'll certainly slow down the everlasting juggernaut that is Basham. European uppercut by Eddie Ryan. Don't be fooled by just how lovely a human being Eddie Ryan is outside the squared circle. He hits like a freight train. European uppercut once again, and that's what brought him to the dance. Irish whip into the other corner. A lot of power there, and a back body drop sends Lewis Basham up and over. Have you ever seen anyone manhandle Lewis Basham quite like Eddie Ryan is in the early stages of this matchup? Irish whip off the ropes. Looking for the back body drop, but Lewis Basham puts the brakes on, sends him off the ropes. Eddie Ryan ducks the clothesline, ducks the back elbow, looking for the flying crossbody. Lewis Basham plucks him out of midair like he's absolutely nothing, and just applies a little backbreaker action. Just dumps him on the top rope, snake eyes, drops his neck right across the top. Lewis Basham intimidating our referee Roger Sears, understandably so, and Eddie Ryan currently on the edge of the square circle, now on the outside, courtesy of a shoulder check from this absolute Leviathan. And Lewis Basham, well, frankly, doesn't like anybody, doesn't really have any feelings as far as professional wrestling is concerned. He's only designed to do one thing, that is to tear and destroy everything in his path, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. Eddie Ryan, beautiful sunset flip over the top to avoid the shoulder tackle. Pinning combination gets just a 1 count. Cuts him off with a pass away headbutt. The European uppercut once again does Eddie Ryan, now just laying in as much offense as possible to try and slow down the juggernaut. Irish whip reversed again, and I think Eddie Ryan was looking for a flying headbutt. Didn't get all of it, but got enough to take Lewis Basham down to the floor. And now suplex applied by Eddie Ryan with aplomb. Beautiful suplex. Pinfall attempt. Referee Rogers hit 1 count again. Good God almighty. Look at that suplex. Textbook offense, as you'd expect on the cross cam, courtesy of our boy Nathan. And now, Lewis Basham looking to take full advantage of Eddie Ryan, drops the elbow. Lewis Basham, by the way, took a suplex and it was just a 1 count. I don't know what it's going to take to keep this version of Lewis Basham down. Eddie Ryan may have bitten off more he can chew in his need for redemption since ASW South Volume 5. Don't forget, of course, all the action from ASW South for free on the ASW South YouTube channel. All you gotta do is subscribe and hit that bell to make sure you get notifications of all of our upcoming contests, all of our upcoming content, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, of course, www.allstarsouth.com for all of your ASW South needs, including tickets to all of our events, including our next show on July 26th. Lewis Basham slowly, surely dissecting Eddie Ryan, and you notice the roll through after the Irish whip to ensure that Eddie Ryan cannot pop up and counter in any way. Beautiful, fluid-like offense from this absolute Leviathan, this monster. And by the way, I personally know how it feels to have Lewis Basham yeet you into the 3rd row, as he did so at Winter Wonderslam to yours truly. Certainly not anything I have interest in suffering again, ladies and gentlemen. Lewis Basham is every bit as advertised, a Terminator of professional wrestling. Irish whip coming up down the corner once again for Eddie Ryan, being whipped from pillar to post. Basham took a moment to think there, and that gave Eddie Ryan enough time to counter. European uppercut breaks the level of offense, and now beautiful roaring flying back uppercut, flying European uppercut, should I say. Look at that, oh, it's a back elbow, excuse me. Beautiful flying back elbow off the second rope by Eddie Ryan, and now Eddie Ryan looking to build some offense here on Lewis Basham. Counters the Irish whip, and a clothesline for Eddie Ryan. Takes down the Cyborg. Atomic drop. Now potentially looking for a beautiful back suplex, and this is what Eddie Ryan does. He does the fundamentals better than anybody else. One of the most fluid, one of the most crisp offensive professional wrestlers I've ever had the honor of calling. English Lion Eddie Ryan looking to build over steam, I do believe, looking to tune up the band potentially and super kick this Terminator right back to the post-apocalyptic dystopian wasteland that he seems to have come from. Ducks the clothesline. Deadlift German suplex applied by Eddie Ryan. Check out the cross cam for that. Wow, absolutely stunning power, just muscling him over, and a super kick you might have seen at the top left of your screen. Oh my god, look at the power. Alabama Slammer, courtesy of the Plymouth Janner. Yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Ryan might have, oh my god, I thought he was going to beat Lewis Basham and derail this path of destruction, but Lewis Basham at 2 3/4 got his shoulder off the canvas. Eddie Ryan almost seeking counsel there from Roger Sears. I think Roger Sears just checking to make sure that Eddie Ryan, of course, is able to continue. And now looking potentially for a pile driver. Lewis Basham counters with a back body drop of his own. The power, the absolute need, it's relentless is what it is. An absolute relentless stream of offense. Looking for the full Nelson driver, which brought him to the dance, but Eddie Ryan able to counter. Lewis Basham sends him up and over, but he lands on his feet. Eddie puts the brakes on, sends Basham headfirst into the top turnbuckle. Eddie Ryan looking to build on the momentum here in the Studio Theatre in Salisbury. He's up to the top rope. Referee Roger Sears. Oh, wait a minute. Lewis Basham used Roger Sears as a distraction, shoved him onto the ropes. That crotched Eddie Ryan. He knows exactly what he just did there. Now Lewis Basham somewhat protesting his innocence. I don't think he gives a damn, frankly. And oh no, Eddie Ryan, this is a precarious position of being. A torture rack has been applied, and this is exactly the Basham Rackham. This is what destroyed poor smashing by Eddie Ryan, desperately trying to fight out. Torture rack driver just drops him back onto the canvas, pinning combination, and Lewis Basham continues his deadly run in ASW South. God, what is it going to take to stop this absolute Leviathan, this Terminator, this cybernetic freak of a juggernaut here at ASW South? Check out the replay right there. That's where everything went wrong for Eddie Ryan. The use of Roger Sears for the shortcut, and that torture rack suplex slam delivers the win for Basham.